Forget 9 to 5. These jobs are insane. Here are the top 5 weirdest jobs in history. Number 5. Groom of the stool. So you've just finished your shift as the king's personal butt wiper in Tudor England. What an honor it must be. In charge of wiping the king's butt with a wet cloth after he had his famous Tudor farts. The king would have to pay for your services out of his own pocket, so naturally, this job often went to the king's relatives who were looking for a little extra cash. Imagine the smell. Number 4, whipping boy. So you don't want to be the king's whipping boy. Oh wait, you do. That means you get paid to get the royal spanking. In the 18th century, it was fashionable for wealthy families to hire a whipping boy to take the punishment that was meant for their children. The job required a certain amount of skill, as you had to make the punishment look as painful as possible without actually hurting the child. Discipline has come a long way, hasn't it? 3. Plague doctor. You've heard of plague doctors, those creepy masked healers who were around during the Black Death outbreak in the 17th century? They were called doctors, but they weren't really doctors. In fact, most of them were complete frauds. The masks that they wore were meant to protect them from the stench of the disease, not to prevent them from catching it, which is strange because they were the ones spreading it. With no background in medicine, they prescribed the usual treatments, bloodletting, leeches, and a good dose of God's love, which coincidentally made them the perfect plague doctor. 2. Sin eater. Would you eat someone's sins? Well, if they offered you money, maybe. In the 16th and 17th centuries, it was common for people to hire sin eaters to consume the sins of the dead so that their souls could rest in peace. The ritual involved the person eating the bread and salt from the dead person's house, and then drinking a mixture of their urine and excrement. After that, the eater would confess the dead person's sins, and then they were free to start their new life. Sounds like a perfect plan to save your soul, but you might want to think twice before hiring a sin eater. Most of them were common folk with no special powers to speak of, and some were even said to be cannibals. 1. Leecher. Finally, a job where you can get paid to collect other people's blood. That's right. During the Middle Ages, it was fashionable for the wealthy to have professional leech collectors. Bloodletting was the practice of removing blood from the body to cure various illnesses, and leeches were the perfect tool for the job. But you couldn't just go to the local butcher and ask for some blood. It had to be done professionally. And that's where you came in. As a leech collector, you would go to the homes of the rich and powerful and attach leeches to their bare skin, then collect their blood-filled meals. Want part 2? Smash follow for more.